All right, what's the solution to the equation? We are going to use our math skills to unwrap this thing and isolate z. So, and what's happening to z? It's being, well, -5 is being added to it, and then it's being divided by 4. The first thing that we need to do is what was happening last to z. First, this happens, because remember there's invisible parentheses around here. We don't see them, but they're there, meaning this would happen first, then the divided by 4 after that. And so that needs to be undone first with the times 4. So we say 4 parentheses, everything on the left side, equals 4 parentheses, everything on the right side. Notice that I say this over and over and over and over again. Okay? You must put parentheses and everything on each side inside of it with the multiplier outside. I feel like a broken record saying it, but I'm still seeing kids not doing it, and you should be doing it. So this is 64 equals, the times 4 undoes the divided by 4, so we get -5 plus z, and then we need to add 5 to both sides. So 64 plus 5 equals -5 plus z plus 5. Added, so I took everything on this side, then plus 5. Everything on this side, then plus 5. And we get 69 equals, this -5 and +5 cancel out to be just z, and that's the answer. Okay, so let's do a proof for it. Um, 16, original equation, remember, untouched at the start. -5 plus z over 4, and 16 equals -5 plus, substituting z for the value we believe it to be, so we put parentheses there. That's also something I see kids not consistently doing. Unfortunate, because you need to be doing that. 16 equals -5 plus 69 is 64 over 4, and you should do this math if you're not sure that 64 goes into, or 4 goes into 64 16 times. In fact, I'll do it down here on the bottom real quick. Write it down to check it, because you should always be checking. Don't assume, well, we want this to equal 16, so I'm just going to write it. Well, does it though? That's the key. Okay, so you put it in here. 4 goes into 6 once. 2 remainder. Bring down the 4. 4 goes into 24 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. There it is. So it is equal to 16, and we can give it a check. Okay, this work should be somewhere off to the side. I did it here because I don't have an off to the side on the screen, so you should do it off to the side. There you go. So that's number 1. There are 5 problems on here, each one on a different slide. So let me do number. And this one, just like the last one, also has a divided by, in this case, 5, right? So we undo that first. We say, okay, we need to multiply both sides by 5 to undo it. So 5 parentheses, everything that's already there, b plus 6 all over 5 equals 5 parentheses, everything that's already there. B plus 6 is left when we cancel out that divided by 5 with the times 5, and we get equals 50. And now we need to just touch this up a little bit, do better. And then we need to subtract away this 6, so b plus 6 minus 6 equals 50 minus 6. And then b equals 44 is what that is. Now, doing a proof. Oops. B plus 6 over 5 equals 10. Okay, now we put parentheses where the b is, and we put 44 in there. That's what we're substituting. Plus 6, oops, plus 6 over 5 equals 10. 44 plus 6 is 50. So we get 50 over 5 equals 10. 50 divided by 5 is 10, equals 10. Okay, let's keep going. On this one, we need to first combine like terms. And when we do, we actually see something nice and convenient happens. Watch, we get, say, 2 equals 6p minus 5p is just p minus 8. And that's nice because now we have a coefficient of 1 on p already. And all we have to do is add 8 to both sides. So 2 plus 8 equals p minus 8 plus 8. That minus 8 and the plus 8 cancel out, and we get 10 equals p. Well, that was an easy one. Let's do a proof on it. I'm going to do the proof below because I just have space for it. Two equals 6p minus 8 minus 5p. 2 equals 6 parentheses 10 minus 8 minus 5 parentheses 10. I'm going to resolve those by saying 6 times 10 is 60, minus 8, do better with that, minus 8, minus 50. And I need to do this in 2 steps because I need to first do, we're coming from the left when we're solving this, and I need to do this first. So I say 2 equals 60 minus 8 is 52, minus 50, and 52 minus 50 is 2. Done. Two more in this video. Okay. What's the solution to this equation? This is a good one because essentially what we're doing is we're just combining all of the like terms. So we say, okay, so I'm going to just indicate what are the like terms, what are the coefficients here. Well, we've got these like terms of 5d, negative 1d, negative 2d, negative 3d. Yeah? And the 8 we'll wait on. So I'm just erase those marks and say, okay, then what we're doing is we're saying essentially 5d minus d. I'm going to write this in steps. It's okay if you did it all at once, but 5d minus d is 4d minus 2d plus 8 minus 3d equals 0. 4d minus 2d plus 8 minus 3d equals 0. 2d minus 3d is negative d plus 8 equals 0. And now this is an interesting step because watch, I could say minus 8 from both sides and I get negative d equals negative 8 and then divide everything by negative 1. But maybe a better way to do it is this. I'm going to add d to both sides. So we say negative d plus 8 plus d equals 0 plus d. Okay, these two cancel out to leave us just with 8. And 0 plus d is d. Now I didn't have to deal with that negative 1 coefficient. Okay? All right, well, let me do a proof on this to be sure of what we've got. We say 5d. And this is a little hard to write, so just a second. Let me pull this up in a little writing guard so I can write without touching the screen. Okay, now, actually I'm going to do this in a different color because it's kind of wide. I need a lot of space because this is a long equation, so I'm going to do this in pink. Okay, 5d minus d minus 2d plus 8 minus 3d equals 0. And now I'm going to substitute in. I'm going to say 5 parentheses 8 minus parentheses 8 minus 2 parentheses 8 plus 8 minus 3 parentheses 8 equals 0. Oops, let me move this over again and actually write 0 there for a second because couldn't fit it in. So let me see if I can do it now. Okay, perfect. Yep. Okay, I have some controls over here on this side that makes it not able to write stuff there. So anyway, now we need to go through and resolve all this. So 5 times 8 is 40, minus 8, minus 2 times 8 is 16, plus 8, minus 3 times 8 is 24, equals, oops, 0. Okay, and then moving from the left to the right, I'm going to do this one step at a time. 40 minus 8, 32, minus 16, plus 8, minus 24, equals 0. 32 minus 16, 16, plus 8, minus 24, equals 0. 16 plus 8 is 24, minus 24 equals 0. 24 minus 24 equals 0, so we get 0 equals 0, and that is what we were hoping for. Check. Okay, we've got one more on this video. Okay, here we go, one more. We are going to combine like terms at the start. The like terms are the y terms, okay? We don't call it combining like terms when we have things on opposite sides of the equal sign, so we're not saying this and this are combining like terms. That's something else that I'll get to in a second, okay? Right now we're combining like terms, which are things on the same side of equals. And the y's, we have negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2y plus 14 equals 32. Okay? And the reason that we don't call dealing with this as combining like terms is because what it actually is called is the subtraction property of equality. What we're going to do is we're going to subtract away 14 from both sides. Okay? We've got negative 2y plus 14, which is what's already there, minus 14 equals 32 minus 14. And then we get negative 2y equals 32 minus 14 is 18. Now we can say, okay, divide both sides by negative 2. And we get y equals negative 9. Let's try it out. Let's try it out by doing a proof. My stylus is a little bit, I don't have my regular stylus here, and unfortunately it's making things a little bit, I'm not writing the best that I can, but you get what you get. Here you go. 14 plus 4y equals 32. We're going to sub in negative 9 every time that we see y. Okay. And then we're going to do all the multiplication first. Negative 6 times negative 9, positive 54, plus 14. 4 times negative 9 is negative 36. And now we're always moving, when we get to this step, we're always moving from the left and doing this one step at a time. 54 plus 14 is 68, minus 36 equals 32. And do the math over on the side if you need to, but if I have this 8 take away this 6, that gives me the 2. And if I have this 6 take away this 3 from the tens place, that gives me a 3 in the tens place. That is equal to 32. And we say check. That's it.